Love and respect all people and all things living, guys. I hope you guys are doing very, very good out there. And hello to everybody. I want to thank you guys for hanging in there through some of my videos, my workout videos, some of my Motivation Mondays videos. I want to show you and get back into some of the DJing and stuff like that. Maybe we'll call some of these series coming up, I don't know, just kind of thrown by the wind here. We'll call it From the Ground Up. A really good mentor of mine, a strength and conditioning wrestling coach of mine, told me before that your strength in life and your strength in your body and in your mind starts from the ground up. And so we'll start some of these video series as you see along. They'll be from the ground up. There'll also be a DIY video, is basically what the ground up kind of comes from. I'm also inspired by DJ Mikey Mike. Shout out to DJ Mikey Mike and his Do It From Scratch videos. And thank you, DJ Mikey Mike. I appreciate it. And so these are kind of like my little videos of from the ground up. And I say from the ground up because, as I've told you before, and I'm not afraid and not ashamed to say it, all business has come to a halt because of a stumble that I've had in my life. And as I maybe step by step and slowly by slowly get back into the business of mobile DJing, I'm humbled, and I'm not ashamed to say I'm starting from the ground up. So here it goes. We're going to start with this one. This ground up video is going to start from our trussing here. Now I have a 12-inch box truss, and I'm very, very happy with these trusses. They're beautiful aluminum. They're lightweight, very easy to carry around, easy on the back. They are used. Realize that, you know, they're not your global truss style. They're actually a different style of trussing, and which I won't say the name of. But as you can see there, they're not your typical global truss bottoms. They're a little bit different. You guys can go ahead and post down below if you know exactly what this type of style of truss is. But I'll just we'll glimpse over a little closer, as you can see there. But it is a 12-inch box truss. So the problem I had with this was I didn't have any base plates, and they didn't have any base plates handy. We had to make sure that we got our Chauvet Intimidator 350s, our white ones, on there. And we said, well, we're going to go all white. We're going to go completely white. We started having a problem, I started having a problem realizing that, well, some of our pieces and what have you, some things came across to be a little bit dark, or there was a black edging, and I really wanted the all white. I wanted to stick all white. So lo and behold, I tried to sit down and figure out a plan, and literally within minutes I said, well, let's go ahead and go to Home Depot. And I went to Home Depot, and this is what I came up with. Let me show you here. Alright, so I had some compressed wood, and as you can see there, it's the 1/2 inch. There is a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, and a 1 inch, which is a little extreme as far as the width of it. But I went ahead with the 1/2 inch because of the weight. It's very heavy. And I can cut it in 2 pieces. So that's what I did. I went ahead and cut it in 2 pieces. It came out to be a 24 inch by 24 inch perfect square, and I had 2 pieces of those. So what I did is I went ahead and sanded down the sides here just a little bit, get a little bit smoothness, and also the corner tips as well too. Give a little smoothness to it on the edge here. And then I turned it around. And because I knew I was going to be putting bolts in there, I had to build these little, what do they call it, little grooves, little bevel grooves in here, whatever you may call them, to make sure that it was going to be a flat surface at the bottom. And if we look at the specs of the global truss plate, let me just go ahead and look at that now here. Alright, so let's take a close look at the global truss 2x2 base plate. And you know, guys, I encourage you to think outside the box. Do things just a little bit differently. That's what this video is all about, and that's what I tend to do. I may show you some things here and there, and I don't show you everything, but I encourage you, and I've encouraged you in the past, and if you don't know, I may post down and below, go ahead and look down below at the other video, and I talked about saying doing things differently. Just do things differently. That's great that everyone has these great setups. A lot of them do look the same. Some of them look a little differently because we have maybe a different attachment or a different light. But if you have some of the similar stuff, just give it a different presentation. Just do things differently. Make it your own, and that's what I try to encourage you to do. So here, let's look at the specs of the Global Truss 2x2. Oh, it turned to the side there. Square triangular truss plate. This one's on Musician's Friend. It's like 24 to 24. Steel construction. Well, this is a 24 to 24. It's compressed heavy wood. The weight of it is 49 pounds. And this is a little over, this is about 37 pounds, so it's close to about 40 pounds. And again, with the bolts on it and whatnot, and what have you. And I like the fact that it's just a little bit lighter, but you know, I started to tell myself, well, I can't just leave it like this. You have to think outside the box. What can you do with it? And that's when I came back to looking at, well, let me look at what I have, what I'm working with here. The Chave Intimidator Spot LED 350, the all white. I wanted to make sure that we were going to make a white setup and stick to our word. And when I go all out with something, I go all out with something. So we said, well, the whole idea was white. Let's take a look at it and then what I did with it. So there it is. I painted it all nice and white. I painted it, let's see, I'm not really sure what paint I used, I can't recall, but basically I painted it white with the type of a coating, so if it got type of a smudge, all I needed to do is get, it had a little gloss to it, so I can get a little wet rag and just wipe it off. You could went ahead and painted the corners as well too. Made it all white. The whole idea, sticking with the concept, looking at the big picture, taking a step back, trying to give a different image. That's what the whole idea was there. Let me show you the back side real quick, and I'll show you the bolts that I decided and why I decided to make that little bevel thing there. Now, these are the bolts I got from the Home Depot, and as you can see there, I can't recall, I think these are the 5/8 inch. Basically, you can see that there. So that way it's nice and flat. Oops, I think the truss is behind it there. So that way when you push it in, it's nice and flat and smooth towards the ground, so it sits nice and flat on the ground. So when your bolts go in, and then you just have your little nut on the other side to screw it in tight so it securely secures the trussing on this plate. Again, it's heavy as the other ones, and it'll work just as well. It's basically wanted to keep ourselves a good solid base plate for now, because we're trying to DIY the plate, because we have some used trussing which we don't have some plates for. And I looked forever and a day to try to find the plates for these, and the only thing I can come up with was making them myself. The guys out there that have the metal base plates, I was thinking about you too, okay? I'm thinking about you guys out there. You can do this too. Now, let me just show you. Here it is. You can find this thing called the Plasti Dip by Performix brand. Plasti Dip, basically what it does, it's a multi-purpose rubber coating type of a spray-on. You can use it on, you can use it on metal, you can use it on the aluminum, you can use it on solid surfaces. And what you can do is you can spray this on your base plate like so. You leave it to dry, and it becomes a white plastic film. It's almost like a sheen layer of plastic white over your metal base plate. So you can put that on, you can use this to make your metal base plates white, to give it an all white look. I encourage you to do that if you're doing so. Now again, we were dealing with the white base plate, we're dealing with the white moving head, and I had some used trussing that was kind of scuffed up a little bit. It's presentable, but it's kind of scuffed, and I really wanted to make it a little bit more presentable. So I went ahead and, well, let me just show you. Went ahead and got some scrims. But see, not just any scrims, guys. I actually made these myself. Let's take a look at them. Now, you can see there, scrim fits beautiful. I left enough room so if we want to do a little bit of a wrinkle, you know, a little bit of a wrinkle to it. But basically, as you can see there, the scrim fits nice and tight. We can make it smooth if we want to. We can, you know, give it a little wrinkle if we want to, however we want to. But that's basically the DIY scrim. If you're interested in knowing how to make it yourself, just comment below or like the video. And again, I'm thinking about you guys. I'm thinking about doing things differently. I encourage you to do things differently as much as you possibly can. Change things around in your setup. Make yourself stand out from others. As you can see here, let's go ahead and take a close look inside. As you can see here, so I just used two as an example. I just put one over here, the other one right in there. Here's our bolts. I mean, I have some other ones too, but I just wanted to put two in real quick just for the video. And just screw in the bolts all the way down. You get the idea. Okay, and then the other two will go there and screw in the bolts. So that's how we'll do it at an event. And then you can put your par can right there dead center. Alright, so there it is. Let's take a close look at it all the way through. So there it is, guys. Hope you liked it. It's your DIY scrim. The DIY from the ground up base plate. And this base plate is as sturdy as hell. It's been with me at so many different events in different settings. And you know, I wanted to give the Chauvet Intimidator spot the respect that it deserves and give it a good presentation overall. So when I said we go all white, we go all white. Alright, so I hope you guys liked the video. I hope I encourage you to think a little bit differently for your setups and what you have at home. And for you guys with the metal base plates, I didn't leave you out. Again, remember the Plasti Dip. It's Plasti Dip, P-L-A-S-T-I D-I-P. Okay, you can find it at the Lowe's or Home Depot, and you can make your base plates white. Guys, take care, love and respect all people and all things living. Do it, guys. I mean it. Do it. It makes you feel better, and it makes everyone around you better. Take care, love and respect all people and all things living. This is DJ Rocky. Bye-bye.